Okay, Genesis 30 is really split into two sections. The first half, and we're not going to go over, is the story of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel and his 12 sons, which become the 12 tribes of Israel. Go read that for yourself. The second half is this interaction between Jacob and their father, Laban, and he's been working for Laban now for like 14 years to get Leah and Rachel as wives. And now he is like, hey, it's time for us to begin to figure out how to go our separate ways. Will you give me the speckled lambs as a part of your flock to me so that I have something for all the work I've put in? Laban says yes, but then Laban sends his sons out to the flock to take all of the speckled lambs away before Jacob goes back out to begin to separate the herds. So Jacob gets out there, he realizes this, and then he trusts God, and he does really this unique, ingenious thing that was kind of a common practice. It was believed that if you put like striped wood in the water where the animals would go to mate, that they would produce striped and speckled offspring. And so Jacob does this, and that's exactly what happens. Over the course of the next 6 years, he continues to do this every mating season, and God continues to provide speckled and striped lambs to increase Jacob's flock. And then verse 43 of chapter 30 says, as a result, Jacob became very wealthy. This was literally a promise that God had made to benefit him, to bless him, to prosper him. And Jacob continued to trust God even when Laban had been dishonest. And as a result, Jacob became very wealthy. I was reading this and thinking like, man, how often do I get upset because somebody does something that is dishonest, or life is just like conspiring against me, or at least it seems that way. And yet in the midst of that, God is just asking me to remain faithful, and that he's going to come through and fulfill his promise no matter what. As we've been walking through these chapters, it's easy to like lay all of this at the idea of like this monetary or physical blessing, but that's not just what this is. Even though that's the stories that we're reading, it's displaying God's character, that he's for us and that he is going to be true to his word, but it's not just that he's going to bless us with physical things. In your own life, man, where do you just need to trust God that he's going to continue to work in the way that he said he would, even when the immediate circumstances don't support that? Man, do something to make today count and go read the entire chapter 30 of Genesis. Lots of stuff in there.